Hi everybody, I'm Robert Martinez, the Apartment Rockstar. Welcome to a special year-end edition of the DailyRock. You know, it's December 19th. It's the end of the year, and it's time to review our goals. Last January, we actually sat down and wrote down our goals and created a prediction video so we could make sure that we knew the targets, we knew the objectives that we were trying to do this year. And I think we did a pretty bang-up job. Give me a second and let's go through them together. Break the mold was the number one thing on our prediction video. I think we've done that. And if anything, I think we did beyond break the mold. I think we kind of came into our own, became something that's unique to us and to us only. I mean, who else uses a video camera? Who else uses something to record their daily operations, their team's operations, open themselves up to criticism and show the inside of the business? I think it's been an amazing year this year on how we did that. I mean, the production team grew. The second goal was to grow the team. You know, we've added people to the film crew, we've added people to the marketing team. We added a chief investment officer, Sam Morris, who I think has been an amazing addition, who's been having an ally there to not only be the liaison between operations and the investor, but also bring a lot of business knowledge. You know, having been a former banker and lending billions of dollars of apartment money to investors like myself, he understands a little bit on the finances and the black and white of apartment financing and apartment operations. And it was great to bring him in here and have another person in there close to the team and able to bounce ideas off of. Perhaps the single most important objective this year was to tell our story. Promote, 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 or you're demoting it. We've got a great story to tell, but it's my job to make sure that that story gets told. And we did. We hired writers. What company has writers to not only describe their videos that they put out there for potential residents, but also to tell your story on LinkedIn, to tell the company story on LinkedIn, to promote when we win an award. We won a ton of awards this year. I was very blessed that I got to become the first two-time National Owner of the Year. I was honored as one of HBJ, Houston Business Journal's most admired CEOs. That story has to get told, not for me, but for the team, for the brand, to push it out there. We also won a lot of amazing awards as a company, the International Awards, Stevie Awards, recognizing those best companies internationally. That's a huge honor for us. We had our first National Property of the Year. They want to give that award out one time. You have one chance to tell that story, and we did an effective job of it. Tarko Musa from Flipper Flop came to come visit us. How did he learn about us? Because he learned about us through social media. If you don't promote it, you're demoting it. And don't let anybody tell you that social media doesn't work, because it does, and that's how Tarko Musa found us. And we had an amazing time with him when he came to come visit us. We formed a friendship. He got to meet the team, and what do you know? I think we might be doing some business together in 2020. But that wouldn't have happened if we're not telling our story. We had a lot of other amazing things to talk about. I got my name out with Forbes, Yahoo Finance, CNBC, Money Magazine. Are you kidding me? It's amazing. And it's amazing when you can use social media to promote your company. You know, record leads turn into record occupancy turned into record results. We had an average occupancy in 2018 of 92%. Then we literally added steroids in the form of social media and marketing. Our average occupancy in 2019 was 94%. That's 2% more. Our portfolio is 3,870 units. That's another 77 units that we added occupied. And if you assume that they're paying $800 rent, you divide it by a 6 cap, we added well over $1 million of asset value to the portfolio. Amazing, amazing job by the team. It's amazing how we're evolving, right? Because we're not playing off anybody else's playbook. We're using technology, we're using innovation today to try to make our company better. And that doesn't happen if you don't have the team members, you don't have elite team members to come in there and produce those kind of record results. Investor returns. In 2018, we were doing $1 million per quarter. We increased that to 1.4 million a quarter. And in fact, when you include our recent sale and the refinances, we returned $12 million back to Rockstar Capital investors. That's literally $1 million per month for our Rockstar Capital investors. That's big time. $1 million of cash flow, $1 million of returns back to our investors. Super proud of that. refinance event. We celebrated a refinance event with the Reserve Vanguard. That was a legacy property that we bought in 2016, and we struggled early on. It was a tough market, but we got a great price for it. Just took some maturation process to get it out. We returned greater than 90% back to the investors in 3 years. I'm amazed. You know, the recent sale of Maplewood, you know, that's a bittersweet one, right? Because I bought that one in 2012, 7 years ago, and it was my third deal. And I remember having a little bit of a buyer's remorse when I bought that deal. Like, oh my God, I think I paid too much. Oh my God, how am I gonna do this? It's all one bedroom community. We paid just under $27,000 a door. On Monday, we just sold that for around $72,000 a door. That was a 673% return for our investors. You know, essentially a 96% IRR, internal rate of return. That means if you bought that deal in 2012 and you pitched in $100,000, you got almost a 7-to-1 return on that money, 700,000 back. That's what we're able to do in Rockstar. That's how we were able to develop the brand that we have. It's just been amazing. And we want to keep buying for our investors. We want to keep buying for our own internal group. You know, we want to become like a Fortune 500 style company. And it only happens through acquisitions. In 2018, I predicted in 2018, we did 31 million in acquisitions. I predicted we were going to do 61 to 100 million in 2019. We did 76 million. I didn't do it alone. You see, it was through adding the team, it's through having goals set, having people responsible for helping you buy the acquisitions, helping you fundraise. 76 million. I'm still in awe. I think right now we're easily going to do 100 to 120 million in 2020. I mean, it's amazing when you have the right pieces of the puzzle in the group. We're able to go to New York City. We went to go see Gary Vaynerchuk. That was an amazing ride because it wasn't just me sitting down with him and asking him a lot of questions. It was the whole team. I had Sam, I had Melissa, I had Jose. You know, we were able to document it and make sure that everything we learned, we're able to absorb and post-visit understand. I understood the concept of basic services from that meeting. What's basic services? It's not the stuff that's outside. It's not having $1 million pool. It's not having a state-of-the-art gym. It's making sure that everything inside that unit is functional and it works. Hot water, on demand, consistency, and also air conditions. You may not think it's a big deal, but you'd be surprised. Air conditioning is a big deal. It can't be 104 degrees outside and 86 degrees in your apartment when somebody comes home from long days of work. They're not going to renew, and that's the name of the game for us, is renewal. We make our money in the real estate when people renew, not when they move out. Making sure that basic services are there is really important. And finally, we went out to conferences this year. We did 5 conferences and we got our name out. We did a great job of pushing our name out and telling our story. We went to the Apartment Internet Marketing Video Conference back in April, and we took home 2 awards. We never even heard of that conference 2 years ago. And it wasn't until Tracy Tyler, our VP of Marketing, joined us 2 years ago and said, hey, we got to go to this. And I went that first year thinking, wow, there's a whole nother world of marketing. And just 2 years later, we're winning the People's Choice Award. That's the biggest award they have there. That's the one that everybody, that's not a panel of judges. The fans got to vote in that. And we use social media to help us win. We use what we had just learned to help promote our video and beat videos that were probably better than ours, but they weren't seen. Everybody has a brand, right? Some brands are just more well-known than others. Our video may not have been as good as some videos, but it was more well-known and we got the votes. And I'm so excited to be able to use that kind of social media marketing to promote our own brand and win those kind of awards. It's just been an amazing year this year. I want to thank the team for joining me on that ride and going through the ups and downs, of course. But 2020 is going to be amazing, and I hope you're here to watch it. Stay tuned for the next video where we do our 2020 predictions video. Until then, Merry Christmas, and I'll catch you guys on the next episode of the Daily Rock.